All right. Today I'm going to give you a movie review. Okay. And the movie review is going to be Justice League, Zack Snyder's. Now, before I do go ahead, there'll be massive spoilers. So don't blame me if you still watch it. So if you have not seen the movie, watch it first and then watch my review. By the way, I'm one of those crazy guys who literally watches I watch a spoiler and then I watch the movie. I'm that kind of crazy guy. Anyway, when Zack Snyder's Justice League was announced, or there was rumblings about it, I was very intrigued. I was like, okay, what did this guy make, or what did they remove that everyone's talking so much about it? So that intrigue was there. So when finally HBO released it and everyone started talking about it, I was like, fuck, I need to see this. I finished watching it and I'm telling you, fuck, go and watch it. I rate that movie even better than the Avengers. Seriously, it is that good. The tone, the storyline, the plot, the development, the way it was made. I mean, when I compare Joss Whedon's Justice League to Zack Snyder, even though I liked it, okay, I liked it, it was here, but this one is like way into the stratosphere, into this sky. It's that much. Now, consider this. I grew up watching Superman as the first superhero. I think it was 1970, whatever, 75 or whatever. Superman 1, Christopher Reeves came out. Dun, 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 dun. You know, dun, 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 dun. You know, that tone, and oh, it was beautiful. I remember watching those cartoons when I was young. Superman was her, dun, 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 dun. He goes running in S, and that his underwear is on top of his red underwear is on top of his blue dress. Superman 1 was great. Superman 2 was okay, not bad. Superman 3 was, I think, bearable. Superman 4 was crap. But for me as a kid, all four were amazing. I especially like part 4 where he had that villainous character, and I found that girl very hot. This is when I was small. But after that, there was no other superhero. Oh yeah, there was a Hulk. Oh, I love seeing that. Especially if you can check on YouTube. You know, when this guy becomes a Hulk, Thor here throws him. This is olden days, huh? 70s. You'll find it funny if you're today's generation. He throws Dr. Banner. I don't know what's his real name. It's a TV serial. He throws him on that electrical, I don't know, what do you call that? DB or whatever, distribution board or electrical area. Starts getting electrocuted. Thor pulls him, and the Thor looks so funny, man. He looks so gay. If you compare him to today's Thor. So he throws him, and then his other friend is like, what are you doing, and all that. And then this guy, his eyes become green, and oh, that music, you know, oh, when it goes like that, oh, you feel like, oh fuck, he's got to become the Hulk. And Lou Ferrigno, oh fuck, oh. Those were the days, you know. It was kind of nice. And then obviously they got replaced with Knight Rider and Airwolf and Street Hawk. So I'm the classic 80s, you know, kid. So now, you know, we were all waiting for some superhero, this thing genre. Iron Man came, and then Marvel started all its superheroes. But when Superman was announced, I think the Superman was Superman again. I was very excited. Brandon Roth. But it was such a fucking disaster. It was bad. I mean, the only worthwhile scene was he saving the airplane. Rest, everything was shit. I don't know, how could they make such a bad fucking movie, man? It was so disappointing, so fucking disappointing. And Kevin Spacey, I think, was a villain as Lex Luthor. Brandon Roth was a good-looking guy. He looked perfectly like Christopher Reeves. And by the way, you should also see Christopher Reeves after he became paraplegic. The effort and the work that he did. Amazing human being. Okay, so Brandon Roth movie became flop. Obviously, studios will scrap the idea. But then it was that Superman. I don't know if Zack Snyder is the same guy who directed that movie, but when Superman got announced again, I was again excited. And this time, Henry Cavill. was going to star in it. He looked good. It had a dark undertone. The trailers, I remember, they didn't show anything except, you know, him with the background clothes waving, and you begin to wonder, like, what's going to happen? Is it going to be good? And then they show, you know, flying up in the sky, and you're like, oh man, I need to see it. They didn't even show how he looked and all that. Finally, when it was revealed, oh, it was such a breath of fresh air. They changed the clothes to match contemporary, not that red underwear on blue dress, you know, looking so bright. They made it very futuristic, you know, from the clothes to the appearance to the material to the feel. It was amazing, seriously amazing. And then, I was even more excited when they said that Batman versus Superman would come out. Batman was Ben Affleck. Fuck, he was good, man. Seriously good. And, you know, Christopher Reeves, not Christopher, what am I saying? Henry Cavill. They both worked on their physiques. They both worked on the role. They did an amazing job, man. If you just check the way they built their physique, nothing but respect. Just exactly like how the Avengers, they worked hard, you know, Marvel Studios and their team. But there was something dark. I mean, if you take a screenshot of the Marvel movies and you take a screenshot of Zack Snyder's, you know, Batman, Superman, the Batman versus Superman looks so much like a comic book. The Avengers, it looks very bright and perky and like a Pixar, like, you know, happy, you know. It doesn't look like a comic book. Yes, there were amazing scenes, like one of my favorites was Hulk versus Iron Man, you know, the Hulk Buster or whatever. And then Thor versus, Thanos versus the Hulk. That fight scene was raw, amazing. It's not that Marvel was bad, but DC had a dark tone to it, really dark, sinister. That is why Christopher Nolan's Batman was so amazing, so realistic. Although the final chapter was a fuck up. I mean, this guy, what's his name? Joker, Heath Ledger. Fuck, what a masterpiece. The way he did it. And this guy, that guy who starred in that old Batman, I can't get his name, yeah. Fuck, very bad at names. He has acted in so many movies. For Christopher Nolan's that Batman, I respect that actor. He even acted in Psycho. He is an amazing actor. He knows when to put on weight, lose weight. He really should be given a lifetime achievement. Christian Bale, yeah, amazing guy. So now, when this guy Ben Affleck took over Batman, I was very intrigued to see how would he do the role. And they did it well, huh? They really did it well. It had a dark undertone. It had a very different look, very different logo. Oh, by the way, the latest Batman, who's that actor from that Wolf and that Vampire series. What a fucking joke. I just hope they don't fuck it up. The new Batman. Such a disaster. After Christopher Nolan's, to beat that will be a miracle. And Jared Leto, hope I got his name right. He's Batman, you know, the Suicide Squad. What a fuck up of a movie, man. So anyway, when Batman and Superman was announced, super excited. Oh, that movie was amazing. Fuck, I liked it. But I don't know why the critics didn't like it. They said it was bah. Okay, I guess it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I liked it. I seriously wish it was longer. It was good. The only complaint I had in Batman and Superman, after Superman dies, you should have just ended it there. Why you're showing that dust is going up and he's going to live again? I was like, fuck you, man. Come on, you shouldn't have done that. Because, you know, deep down you're waiting. Okay, he's dead. It's finished. I was waiting, like, you know, holding my breath. Just hoping that, leave it. Finish it. Don't show any clue that he's living. And they did it. And I was like, fuck you, man. You are so fucked up. Okay, finish that. Then came when they announced Justice League. Again, I was super excited. Wonder Woman was a great movie. But then there were two new characters, Flash and Cyborg. And then all of a sudden, you know, this news came that Zack Snyder is out because his daughter died. And then he's not going to direct that movie. And I was like, oh, fuck, man, no way. And they said they're going to bring Joss Whedon, which I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? Because Marvel has a different feel and, you know, it has a different look. It has a different color scheme. It is so bright and chirpy. But, you know, Zack Snyder's movies have been like Watchmen, 300, very dark, slow motion, you know. It has like a Dracula kind of, like dead kind of, cold blue kind of feel, you know, like a charcoal kind of painting. So when they brought in Joss Whedon, I was like, the poster came out. It was very bright, kind of reminded me of Pixar. And finally the movie came out. I may be biased, okay? Too much wind back. Okay. I may be biased, alright? I am biased. Not maybe biased, I am biased. I really wanted this movie to come out. And you could say even if it was average, I would have loved it. Okay? But to be honest, Justice League wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And I'll tell you why. The reason why it wasn't bad was because Cyborg, I was like, what is his backstory? I knew nothing about Cyborg. Flash, they introduced a new character. I knew nothing about him. Batman, okay, knew a little bit here and there. Superman, okay, knew about him. Wonder Woman, okay, fine. And then they brought in even Aquaman, which this thing had not been released. So now you have 3 characters out of 5 who you're not vested in, who you're curious to know. And you're wondering like, okay, what is their incentive? What is their motive? The biggest drawback in that movie was the villain. He looked like a fucking, I don't know, like a cheap CGI. It looked like they didn't have a budget and they just put in this character. He didn't look powerful. He didn't look relevant. He didn't look important. He looked so fake. I mean, the minute you saw Steppenwolf, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's like a cartoon. And, you know, you have all these creatures and everything else. And I just felt the whole movie was too rushed. But still, I just wanted to be, you know, I'm a DC fan. So I was like, okay, it was good. But it was not better than Marvel's Avengers. Sad to say. Avengers took the cake. They took all the awards. But in my heart, it was like, good, at least there's a DC. And I was hoping they would come out with more movies. But then Ben Affleck's scandal and, you know, it seems that all the actors were pissed off and everything went down the drain. Okay. So when Zack Snyder's this movie was buzz and people are talking, I'm like, oh fuck, okay, we are going to get to see something. But I was wondering what. So everyone's talking about it, but when they said it's going to be 4 hours, I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? 4 hours? That made me realize how much they must have cut out from the story, and I was really eager to see the story. So when it came out, I didn't think much about it. Finally, it came out on HBO. You know, I'm kind of a lazy guy. It's like, okay, if the movie is great, let it come out. We'll see after the reviews. I'm that kind of character. And I might even see the spoilers. Seriously. You might think I'm crazy, but I actually check the spoilers and then I go see the movie. So I heard the spoilers. I was like, fuck, now I need to see this. And finally, I got it. 4 hours long. And I'm a guy who will watch the movie in small bits. You know, I watch it during my breaks. It took me around 3 days to watch it slowly. Ooh. You know, if let's say DC was here, Marvel Avengers is here, this Justice League by Zack Snyder is up there. Seriously, it is that good. Now, I'm not trying to look down on Marvel, okay, the Avengers. Marvel Avengers has its own flavor, has its own feel to it. Especially the fight scenes, unbelievable. The best character out of the whole lot was Thanos. Oh, I love that guy. Ooh, what an investment into that character. He was the best. It's like in Star Wars, you like Darth Vader. I really loved Thanos more than any other character. Powerful, oof. Yeah, his values, the emotional feel, the character development, amazing. So now comes Zack Snyder. Now, I'll give you the difference between the old Justice League and this one. See, in the old one, it was 2 hours. This is 4 hours. So obviously you have more storytelling. In the old one, Cyborg is like just a showpiece at the side. You don't know what is his importance. In fact, if he's not there, you don't care. But in Zack Snyder's movie, Cyborg is the main character. Without him, like him and Superman, without him, I mean, the stories, you can't have the story. In the old one, Flash was just running around, saving people. You're like, okay, that's all he does. But in this one, he has such an important role, because if he's not there, they can't execute the task. In the old one, you had Batman one side, Wonder Woman on another side, nothing much. But in this, you had chemistry between them, you had dialogue. Superman, oh goodness. In Superman, old one, you just had him getting alive and that funny scene, do you bleed? And, oh, I'm bleeding. You know, then this one, it was like, fuck, there is that, you know, he doesn't come to life until, I think, almost at two-thirds of the movie. So there's enough time, screen time given to other characters. And even Flash, Barry, his romantic side of him, his quirky side, and the biggest difference, biggest ones, there were 2 or 3. The first one, the really big one, was Steppenwolf. Fuck, oh my god, what an amazing character. You could see his facial features, you could see the animations, you could see the expression, you could see, you could relate to him as a character. You could understand why he's doing what he's doing. And oh, by the way, it's R-rated, so plenty of blood and gore, and oh, it was good. And the way he dies in the end, oh fuck, I was like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, and then what is that guy? Dark what? Dark Lord, Dark Matter, Dark. Fuck, I forgot his name. I'm very bad at names. That main villain, yeah. Dark Lord, no. Fuck, I hate myself. Okay, the main super villain, Steppenwolf's boss. Darkseid. Fuck, I got that. So embarrassing. Ooh, you know, you really think if Steppenwolf was so difficult to defeat, how tough must be Darkseid? It really gave the story substance. And you really wonder, fuck, if this guy is so tough that it took Justice League, all of them to unite, how impossibly hard it's going to be for Darkseid. It was like, wow, fuck me, man. No, I mean, don't fuck me, but... And then you had that Martian, can't get his name. He comes at the end. Wow, that's another amazing reason to hope for the future. And then Joker makes an appearance. Oh yes, and Superman becoming evil. You're like, oh shit, oh I need to see that. Oh please, please come out with a movie. And then they drop the bombshell that Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers part ways, and like, come on man, what the fuck is wrong here? Please don't do this. Shit, such a fucking masterpiece. Oh, but I'll tell you, the movie was so good, so good. I'm literally going to watch it again. Fuck, each character, the way it's shown, the slow motion, oh, I like that. And the dark feel, and especially the battle between Steppenwolf and the Amazonians. Whew, good, man. And even Aquaman, the way he was brought in, not much time, but they did bring some substance to him. So there was a bit of reason for you to understand, okay, who is he, what is he? And especially Cyborg, I mean, the way Zack Snyder brought in the character slowly, you begin to understand he's not just a dummy machine, you know. Overall, I really liked it. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Shit, this guy should be given an award that is something like, what the fuck is that? Like an Oscar? It's so good, man. Fuck. For comic book fans, for, you know, people who like science fiction movies and all that. A fucking masterpiece, man. 4 hours of fucking entertainment. He has put his blood, sweat, his tears, he has put his life, he has put his creativity. This is such an amazing, what do you call that, movie, man. Seriously, I loved it. So amazing. I wish they come out with the vision. It seems that he had part 2 and part 3, but because they parted ways, because he's, you know, he's not very politically inclined towards Joe Biden or whatever. That's why they got him removed. There are rumor mills for that. But I can tell you without a doubt, if you have not seen it, please watch it. Like I told you, I rate this movie fucking perfect. It's that good. It's fucking that good, okay? Take my word on it, it's that good. And if you're a comic book hero fan, you must watch this, okay? So anyway, this is my movie review. If you liked the review and you want some more reviews, let me know in the comment section. Would you like me to give you some more reviews here and there? And by the way, if you want to know which are the next movies to watch, which I've already watched, I'll not give you the spoiler for now, but the movies that I watched one was Snatch. It's a British comedy movie. You might have a tough time following the dialogue, so make sure that you watch it with subtitles. Snatch. I'll put the links down below, so you know, if in case I've got the name wrong. One is Abdul and Victoria, or Victoria and Abdul. Oh fuck, what a amazing movie. I loved it. Judi Dench. Amazing movie, yeah. Fuck, I liked it. Then I watched this Hindi movie, Ludo. Somebody had recommended. Wow. I was like zapped with that. And then White Tiger, which is a Hindi movie. I loved the movie right until the ending they fucked it up. Amazing movie. And last but not the least, Lunchbox, which I've seen it before. I've seen it many times, but it's a movie I keep watching. It's a Hindi movie. Watch it with subtitles. You'll keep watching it. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, seriously. So guys, these are some of the movies I like. And by the way, Snatch is very British. It's like, I'll fuck your cat, and I'll fuck your dog, and I'll fuck you everywhere. They go, hey, I will fuck your happiness. Do you understand? I'll fuck, and I'll fuck, and I'll fuckity fuck. That's how they say. I better not say loudly, others. It's really nice. I liked Brad Pitt and all these British comedians and actors. Star cast, yeah. Like Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Oh, I love British movies, yeah. British comedy. Even this, that funny movie of Jesus Christ, which was so funny with, can't get the name, yeah. That Jesus Christ, it was a controversial release that time. But very funny. You need to watch these movies. Anyway, these are some of the movies I recommend. Let me know what do you think. Would you like some more movie reviews? And let me know your thoughts. Did I miss out on anything? And put your comments down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.